here from the Trinity Force Network. I'm standing in the Tiny Build booth. We're looking at a ton of games today. Yulia, right?
Yes.
Look at that, Yulia.
Yes.
You're from Tiny Build.
Yes, I am.
A ton of games today.
Yes, I did.
I have to shake your hand as customary with all my interviews. Let's start by talking about Streets of Rogue.
Yes.
Because that was the one I just got done playing, and it is... There's just a lot going on in it. So why don't you tell people what Streets of Rogue is, and let's do that.
So Streets of Rogue is a roguelite, RPG, battle, shooter, whatever you call it, simulator. You can be whatever you want in this game. There's a ton of different levels that are all randomly generated, and you can play for tons of different characters. There's so many different items, and this game is super fun. You can play both online and couch co-op with your friends, and you can just do everything in this game. Like, this game is just perfect.
So to give everybody, or go ahead. I'm sorry.
And we just launched it on Steam today.
There you go. So as you watch this interview, you can go out and go check it out on Steam.
Yes.
And I'm sure right now you're looking, as you're watching this, you're seeing the Streets of Rage. Streets of Rogue. I didn't mean to call it Streets of Rage. My apologies. You're seeing the gameplay right now. It is very hectic and frantic, and there's a lot going on. Like you said, as you're playing the game, it's all like the top-down style. That you have missions you have to hit in the game while not being killed by your counterparts.
Yeah, that is correct. The game has a backstory. So the city was taken over by evil mayor, and you are part of the resistance. So you're fighting him back. So you get different quests from the resistance, and in order to progress to next levels, you have to complete those quests.
So I'm definitely looking forward to checking that one out as soon as we get back, later this weekend. Let's also talk about Hello Neighbor. I have seen the game played by some of the other people in the network. It is, we'll just put it, it's very interesting. You said it's a horror style puzzle game, right?
So yes, it combines horror, stealth, and puzzle in one game, and it also has super cute cartoony graphics. It's also attracting a lot of people to play it.
So as I'm playing Hello Neighbor, the whole point, I guess, is to try to figure out what your neighbor's up to without getting caught by the neighbor. Is there any unique mechanics or anything in there people should be that know about and that might entice them to purchase the game?
I mean, it's just the usual mechanics, like you grab object, you hide. So, like, it's a familiar mechanics, but it's more the story that attracts people, because there's a lot of secrets in the game.
Very cool. The other game that I want to talk about tonight is Mr. Shifty.
Yes.
Because that has just it's been released recently. You said January, right?
Actually, Mr. Shifty is going to be released next month in April. It's coming out on Steam and on Nintendo Switch.
That's probably the coolest portion that you told us that it's going to come out on the Switch. I know I have a Switch at home, and I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild and enjoying that, and I've been looking forward to the other games that come out. So let's talk about what Mr. Shifty is, so people have an understanding of it and why they'll be excited for it to come out on the Switch.
So Mr. Shifty is an action game which is kind of mix up of Hotline Miami and Daredevil from X-Men. So you're a superhero. You can shift through walls. You can be super fast, and while you're shifting, you're invincible. But you can be killed just by one bullet. So you have to be fast. You have to be stealthy sometimes, but mostly fast action, frantic, and super accurate.
I believe that we have a Let's Play on the channel, and if I can find that link, I'll put it right here so people can click on it, so people can see it already, because I know one of my colleagues was playing it previously, and I watched him, and I thought it was really cool, so I'm really interested in having both the Switch controllers and be able to play that.
Oh yes, it's super fun to play on Switch, and we are super proud and excited about the game coming on Switch next month.
Now, probably the game that you were most excited to show me is right over here to my left, the Phantom Trigger game, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
So Phantom Trigger, we just announced this, and in this game you battle different types of monsters, and the specifics of this game, you develop different abilities. So it's you do not level up, you level up your weapons, and you have 3 different colors to level up, and depending on which way you decide to go, the stronger weapons you will get.
Very cool. And that was just announced here today, so there's not a time that's coming out yet. But people can people view gameplay of it anywhere or get a better idea of?
I mean, we just announced the alpha sign up, so people can sign up for open free alpha, and once it's ready, they will get it. They will get to play it. Yeah.
Okay, very cool. And there's obviously a lot of other games that Tiny Build has out there. You guys have, I know, Cluster Truck. One of the big things that was going around was, we played the heck out of Cluster Truck. I love that game. And then Speedrunners, you said, is working to come toward the Xbox at some point. So,
yes.
Lots of exciting things coming out of Tiny Build. You know what? I think that will conclude it. Thank you so much for talking to us today. Thank you for showing us the game. Guys, go check that out.